Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Brothers and sisters, we speak at an amazing time in the history of the Muslim world. There are uprisings everywhere, in Tunisia, in Egypt, in Yemen. Subhanallah, this Muslim ummah, this brave Muslim ummah that we love so much, is showing that she will not accept tyranny, she will not accept oppression of the Western puppets. We stand here outside the Egyptian embassy, one of the embassies of the Muslim world, where people are trying to create change. And we from Hizb ut-Tahrir say to you, our brothers and sisters, that what we want, what we are all striving for, what we and you are struggling for, is real change. A real change, a fundamental change in the Muslim world. But there are those who want to create, who want to engineer, who want to give us a pseudo change, some sort of fake change. Obama, Cameron, the Western leaders have realized that their puppets, like Hosni Mubarak, who on their behalf has been sitting on our necks for the last 30 or so years, are going to be removed. And so they are working very hard to bring about a new generation, a new puppets, new leaders who will continue to serve Western interests, their interests, while claiming to actually rule over us. So we need to strive and work for real change, not just a change of faces, not just a change of personnel at the top, but a fundamental change, and that will only come about by having an Islamic change, the Islamic Khilafah system. Now when you say Islamic change, Islamic Khilafah, they say, wow. All over the world now there's a huge propaganda. I did some interviews some days ago, and one of them was with CNN. And what the Western journalists, thinkers, politicians, what many of them are saying is that you can have whatever change you want. You can vote for whoever you want. Everything is on the table except Islamic change, the change to an Islamic system. To this, we in Hizb ut-Tahrir say a few things. The Western leaders who have controlled the Muslim world through their agent rulers for many years, do they have any right to tell us how to live, what kind of system to have? By having their system, don't we continue to have their interference? Don't we continue to have them having a say in our affairs? The Western rulers who created change in Iraq, in Afghanistan, they established democracies there. These want to establish a new system in our lands. They care for us. Don't we see the disaster and the chaos in Iraq, in Afghanistan, how our ummah is suffering there? So we say to them, you have no right to meddle in our affairs. The people in Egypt lived over 1200 years under the Islamic Khilafah. The people across the Muslim world lived under the Islamic Khilafah system. What will bring unity to this region? What will bring stability? What is in accordance with the beliefs of the people? What will be that which stands against the interference of Western powers in the Muslim world? It is the Islamic Khilafah system. And that is why they have to demonize it so much. But we say to them, say and do what you like. We will call for real change. Today we must not be intimidated, not be afraid, not say, oh, we're going to be quiet, we're Muslims. We will only speak about what the West wants to hear. No. No, no, no. Real change, what we are dying and sacrificing for, our ummah is sacrificing for, in the streets, in Cairo, in Alexandria, in Tunis, everywhere, is real change, and that will be an Islamic change. Our brothers and sisters, the people in the Muslim world are Muslims. They believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And unlike in the West, we read, وَنَزَّلْنَا عَلَيْكَ الْكِتَابَ تِبْيَانًا لِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ, that this Quran, this Islam, was sent to govern life. So we in Hizb ut-Tahrir for over 50 years have been working hard on this. And we remind you that Islam has laws to do with statecraft, has an understanding. We've created a draft constitution. Is our history not full of how to rule? When the ruler, the Khalifa, should be appointed, when he should be removed, when he should be obeyed, how women are elevated, how lewdness is removed from society, how there is true independence from any other foreign powers. So Islam has a concept, rules, laws, system, policies to govern, to organize society. Or what are they telling us? That we have to be like a godless society as you have in Europe, where the hijab is banned in a French democracy, where social life is breaking down, in a British democracy, we have our values, we have our system, we have our deen. We need to call unashamedly for the return of the Islamic system. We need to call for an end to the Western puppets and Western interference. We need to call for our system, the Islamic Khilafah system, as the only thing that will unify, bring dignity and honor to this ummah, and finally end Western interference in our lands and bring a new tomorrow, not only for Muslims, but even the non-Muslim, the Coptic Christians in places like Egypt lived for centuries under the Khilafah system, enjoying peace, enjoying tranquility side by side with us, enjoying honor and dignity and protection, something they and us did not enjoy under the tyranny of the Western-backed Mubarak or Assad or any of the other tyrants in the Muslim world. Brothers and sisters, we're with you. We're from Hizb ut-Tahrir. We support you. We're working with you for this real change. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to aid our efforts, to give strength to this ummah, that we establish His system subhanahu wa ta'ala and bring a new day for this ummah. Bi-idhnillah. Wa sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.